We are recording. And what is today? Today is, can't see, hold on here. There we go. Today is May 14th. It's Tuesday. And I've got some running to do, and I thought I'd take you guys with me since I haven't done this in a while. Getting older, I've locked myself out of the house one time. All right, got to make a laundry run, something I do in the Philippines. It's about $3 to have a big old thing of laundry done, and I have to go drop some stuff off. So I'm driving the Beat today, which is a smaller scooter. It's about 115 cc. I have a 160 cc Honda ADV right there, which I enjoy it. It's great. It uses a little bit more gas. It's not why I sometimes prefer riding this one. Actually, I usually prefer riding this one. But it's because this is just so nimble. Like, the ADV is heavier, and it takes off a little slower. It's more like riding a boat or a jet ski or something, right? Whereas this thing's like, it just goes. It's zippy. Doesn't have the same top end, but I never need to go 90 kilometers an hour. So if I just want to zip around, this is the way to go. I like the zippiness of it. Gotta lock up here. Oh, caught it. Legendary. Hello. All right. I don't know how good this will turn out. I may cut off the front of this. I'm like looking down, but let's go out on a day. It's a day in the life. So, oh man, this thing just keeps on falling behind me. Got a lot of obstacles to deal with today. I got to drop off a laptop. Got to deliver it. Have it delivered back to my work because I retired and have a company laptop. And then I have a company phone I have to return. And something interesting that I found out that you may like to know, it may help you, is this is unique to the Philippines. You can't ship a battery. They absolutely will not. And they want to box up your stuff. So I thought, well, I'll box it up and bring it in and tell them it's books, you know, some heavy books. Nope. They got to look inside, and the moment they see it's electronics equipment, they need proof that there's not a battery in it. Now, we don't do this in the US, and I'm not sure if there's any other countries that do it. I think it's completely ludicrous because everyone on the plane can throw 3 laptops in their backpack and 5 in their luggage, and they can bring on cell phones and every kind of battery imaginable, and you can have them under the belly of the plane, or in the belly of the plane, I should say. They can have them in luggage. But nope, the Philippines said, even though you can take as many as you want on the plane, everyone can just bring gobs of batteries on the plane. You can't put them in you can't ship them. So FedEx wouldn't ship it, DHL, UPS, LBC, nobody. They actually want you to take apart the electronics at the shipping center and show you there's not a battery in it. Can you imagine that? Literally, that's what DHL said. DHL said the friendliest place I could find was FedEx, and they said, just take pictures of it, you know, and bring us the batteries to show us everything matches up. I was like, wow. So I've taken more than enough batteries out of laptops, but look how beautiful that is. Look at that. I live here, and I'm building a house up there. How amazing is that? Every day. But back to the story at hand. I'm not going to take these batteries out because A, I don't have the little tools. You need fine tools to take the battery out of an iPhone. I don't have any of those tools here. They were all shipped, but they're still packed. I did receive all my boxes, but I've got like 30 Balik Bayan boxes I'm not going to unbox. And B, it's like $3 here for labor to have someone do all that. You know, I'll go give someone 150 pesos and they'll do it right there in front of me, no problem. Labor's quite inexpensive here, and I'm contributing to the economy, so why not? And here's something I do once or twice a week. I drop off my laundry. Mayong hapon. All right. Okay, now we've got to go take care of the laptop somewhere, so I have to go find. God, you probably wonder who I'm talking to. Holy cow. Let's just do this. Hold on. Don't need these things flopping all over the place. I have to go find an electronics store, which they're all over the place downtown, and let them take apart my iPhone and my laptop. So Valencia is behind me and Dumaguete is in front of me. I don't technically live in Dumaguete. I live right at the border, literally. On one side of my street, when I came out of the gate and I waved at the lady, she's in Dumaguete. And my side of the street is Valencia. So I literally live right at the border. I could just stand in Dumaguete and stand in Valencia. And there's a little municipal block out there that shows the separation between the two. The other day I came home and Dumaguete had electricity and Valencia didn't. So the house across the street had electricity and my house did not. Now you might have realized, you might have saw me with my little fashion statement here. Well, it's not a fashion statement. I wear these because the sun beats down on your arms here. You know, it gets my knees a little bit too, anything that's parallel with the ground. But these little sleeves really protect me. Like you'll see these people wearing jackets, or see the person up there in front of me. It's warm. It's more than warm. It's in the 80s. But it's the sun's rays that really make it uncomfortable. So as long as you can shade yourself from the sun, you're good. And I found these particular sleeves. I have a lot of different pairs of sleeves. These are kind of, they really let the air in on the bottom, and they really just shade you on the top, the part that's exposed to the sun. Understanding how traffic works, I've been driving in the Philippines since 2005, and driving in Asia long before that. It takes a little bit to figure out. If you grew up in America, don't just come here and think it's all fun and games, because they just get in your lane and they'll just expect you to move, and it would behoove you to move. They have ways of doing things here, and you're not going to come here and change it. And it's okay once you understand it. You just have to, you have to adapt. Somebody dropped their hat. Now this is a no-no, passing on the right, little risk there. Most people will pass on the left. I think that's every once in a while, when there's a lot of space and there's nowhere for the car in front of me to turn, I'll pass on the right. I don't do it very often, but once in a while I do. The other day I was out, and it was about 5:30 or 6:30, I can't remember, but it was in the morning. It is so pleasurable to go riding anywhere in the Philippines, and in the evening it is so pleasurable. It actually gets cold, at least here it does. I can't really remember Cebu. It's been a while since I've lived in Cebu, but in the evenings here it actually gets cold. You actually need a jacket. But right at dusk, it is the most perfect and comfortable weather, and in the morning. And the twilight is beautiful. It's orange out, and I told myself I'm going to make a video, and I'm just going to ride around downtown at that time of day, and I think it'll make a beautiful video. So sometimes the Philippines can be the most comfortable and accommodating place, and that happens several times a day. But at high noon, it is absolutely miserable unless it's cloudy. There are days when the entire day is nice, but there are days when the sun will, man, it'll cook your arms and your knees. This is another part I don't really care for in the Philippines, the black smoke. They don't have any, I think we've abandoned in the US, you know, smog control. But they have engines here that are just cranking out plumes of black smoke. And you get behind them, and sometimes you're stuck behind them, and you breathe it in. It's like eating a smog cheeseburger. It's so thick. You can almost feel it, the thickness of it. I don't really know where I'm going right now. I just feel like, I mean, I know where I am. I don't know where an electronics shop is. I'm just gonna drive an area I know and look. I see electronics places all the time. Over a decade ago, mid 2000s, I came to the Philippines, and I don't remember what phone I had, but I really thought I was hot shit. I'd been in IT for 10 years. I had an electrical job in the military. I thought I knew electrical and IT, and I thought I was just hot shit. And I remember I had a problem with my phone to the point I was gonna throw it away, and I stopped on the side of a street at like a hut, because these guys claim to fix phones. I'm like, well, I'm not paying for it. You know, what the heck? If you can't fix it, I'm not paying for it. And this kid with flip-flops on and shorts, you know, with crude tools, he knew exactly how to diagnose my electronic phone. Like, he didn't have to think twice about it. And these shops are all over in the malls. And never, ever, ever underestimate the intelligence of Filipino. I did a long time ago. I don't think I underestimated theirs as much as I overestimated mine, right? So don't take that wrong if you're Filipino. Again, it was an overestimation of me, not an underestimation of anyone. But the warning stands to anyone out there: don't ever underestimate a Filipino. They are Asians, and Asians can. One of the smartest people I ever met, maybe one day you'll watch this video, he was a student of mine in jiu-jitsu for a while. His name was, oh my gosh. Well, this is embarrassing. Well, he was a Filipino student of mine. And he could solve Rubik's Cubes effortlessly. The colored ones, the shaped ones, they have many different kinds. I didn't know that at that time until he showed me, and he could do math effortlessly, like crazy math. I mean, I was proud that I learned my times tables, but man, this guy was on another level. Am I recording? I can't tell. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I got my batteries all swapped out. I think we're good to go. Took an hour. I'm sweating all over the place, but you get used to it. See this guy, what they do, I think they do this intentionally, I'll tell you in a minute. And it's frustrating. See, I put this thing up in the front, and what he does is he puts it where it's real difficult to get out. So I have to get his help, right? And then he gets a tip. Super smart. But should be criminal. It's not where I put it. Okay, salamat dong. Salamat, thank you. Thanks for blackmailing me. All right, now I gotta find this. Ah, man. I know where I'm at now. Let me pull over and get situated. It's not actually that bad of a day. I'm complaining because I've been sitting around and I'm sweaty, but it's really not that bad. That ain't gonna fit there. Where can I put this thing? Where can I put it? Got to remember to take that out, as see, blinkers aren't really a thing here. Feels good when you're moving though, man. That's a big improvement right there. Once you got that wind hitting you, I'm all right. And I've said this before. Like, see, he's bigger than me, so he's got right of way. That's how it works here. There's not a single stoplight in Dumaguete or Valencia. There's no stoplights. And we're right at the beach. Just one street over is the beach. Right. And I think, let's see if I'm right. I think I know where I'm at. I think I know where the store I need to be going to is. I need to go to a FedEx. We'll see if I'm right. I'm probably not. I'm still learning my way around downtown. I spend most of my time I spend in Valencia. I do come out to Dumaguete from time to time. There's certain things that are only in Dumaguete. Is it here? Yeah, it's right here. There it is. I'm gonna do a little bit of illegal here. Boom! We did it. We're here. We made it. Space is not a luxury they have a whole lot of here, so all right, you always got to make sure you're not forgetting anything, because I'm always forgetting. Sometimes I'll walk away from my scooter and forget my phone's on there, and I'll go in the mall and come out and it's still there, amazingly. Hello. Hello. And this is the FedEx shop for Dumaguete right here. That's it. That little teeny tiny thing. Anywhere you go, especially if you're downtown. If you're downtown in Dumaguete, you average under 20 kilometers an hour. You probably average 16 or something like that, which it ends up being around 10 miles per hour anywhere you go. So 2 miles is like a half an hour, you know. Obviously I'm exaggerating a little bit, but we're not far from the truth. And oh my gosh, and this happens from time to time. Well, it's all right. But outside of Dumaguete, it's nicer. Valencia is nicer. I wish Valencia, it's missing a lot of the amenities, right? Like nowhere in Valencia is there a DHL, a FedEx, a To-Go, an LBC, a DHL, none of that. There's not even, I don't think they have a spa in Valencia. Like I'm not aware of one where you can go and get a massage or, there's a lot of things it's missing. It's got some small eateries, but they're very delicious. I don't have any complaints with Valencia's food. As an entrepreneur, or someone who has been an entrepreneur, I do still consider myself quite entrepreneurial. I'm always looking. I look at every shop, I observe. And I try to see what's doing good and what's doing bad, and what they have a lot of and what they have a few of, and if there's a lot, are they doing good or bad? If there's a few, are they doing good or bad? I am still looking for a business to invest in here. I have 3 ideas right now. Motorcycle shops seem to all do well. And I love riding motorcycles, so what a great combination. So yesterday I was at FedEx, you know, and they only want cash here. This is the problem, I say it's a problem. On one side, I like it. I like it that it would be hard to implement a CBDC or some type of federally imposed electronic, I don't like that. I still like cash. I want a cash system, but you go there yesterday, this is FedEx, mind you, it's FedEx. And I go there and I say, yeah, what would it cost to ship this laptop and this phone to the US? I can't tell you. What do you mean you can't tell me? You're FedEx. Well, it has to be boxed and packaged. I said, well, do you have a box? Can I see your boxes? Yeah, here's our boxes. Okay, can you take that box and tell me what it would cost to ship it to this state? Very upset. They're like, we don't want to do that. I'm like, I've got to come out here another day. It's like we're on day 3 already. Look at my inconvenience. You at least let me know how much cash to bring so I don't have to come here and then go back to a bank. So very, 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 very reluctantly, the lady did put in all the information and she gave me a price. But man, did she not want to do it. I've got a pickup Ushi at 3:30 and it is 2:30, so I have an hour to burn, and I'm going to go in this little mall right here called City Mall, also known as the Tiny Crappy Mall, but it's got the bare necessities. They got some pretty cool bikes. Look at that Russie 250. Motorcycles and scooters are nothing here. They're just, they cost next to nothing. You can get a brand new scooter like this. I want to say this is $1,000, brand new. This you could drive across the U.S. on this thing. It might have been 40-something thousand. It might have been under 1,000, honestly. And you can buy used scooters for as low as running. They don't look great. Something like that right there that I'm looking at, that older Beat. Once in a while, you find them for 10,000 pesos. If you pay attention and you jump on them quick, you'll see someone trying, it'll say rush sale. They need the money. It's under 200 bucks. And these TMX, these Honda TMX motorcycles, you can find those pretty cheap. There's Yamaha right there. They had one of those that sold for $41,000 and it looked brand new. I kid you not, it looked like it came right out of the shop. Could you imagine buying a good looking 150cc motorcycle that looks brand new, a newer model than that, for 800 bucks less, 700, 750. You can ride the thing all the way all around town. So 500 pretty much takes care of you. You can get a good scooter for 500, a really good condition, and that's all you need. So when I go in here, I have to take my helmet off. They have a weird rule. When you walk in these malls, you have to take your hat off. They say, "Sir, take your hat off." Why? I don't know. I guess people were smuggling guns in under their hats. I'm always worried I'm forgetting something, and I always do. I always forget something. But I just have some time to kill. He's blinged out, right? This kid's blinged out. I wish we had this in the US, right? Just all these people riding scooters. Some of these are so damn cool, man. This R150, R obviously it's a, you know, insinuates race, the race model. That's a Suzuki Raider 150. I had one of those. They're 6 speeds, 1 down, 5 up, and they boogie, man. They boogie. I took mine around Cebu several times. I would go from Cebu to Balamban, and I'm going on a ride in 2 weeks with the guys from the jiu-jitsu school. Oh, look at this Aerox. I don't think that's factory. I think that's painted like that. That is dope. I've never seen one like that. I've never seen one. I think they did this. I think they painted it. I think that's aftermarket. That's pretty cool. It's got some scrapes on it, but yeah, that's aftermarket. The gold rims, the not quite teal, but these Cirrus liners right here. I can go from Dumaguete to Cebu for about 350 pesos, which is about $7, and it's I get probably a 4 to 5 hour ride, but the wind's coming in on you, you're cool, you're in the shade, and man, that's just so cheap. You can go around the whole Philippines for such a minuscule amount as compared to the US. You can do so much traveling. Just every day you can travel at night, go to all these different cities and towns. All right, signing off. So this happens all the time. You'll come to a place like this and you'll just wait for 15 or 20 minutes. Like the guy, they just take breaks or whatever. Like, only in the Philippines can you come here and just wait. One day they'll be back. This is just normal. When I was an angrier person, I would have knocked all that down. I just would have knocked it over and left. I'm not an angrier person today. I'm not. The thought still enters my head. It's like, man, it's frustrating. I just wanted to grab a little small kettle corn, one of those little things right there and go, but nope. Okay, I always got to check to make sure I'm recording. Can't tell. Yeah, got that. There we go. So I always keep trash in my pocket. When I have trash and I can't find a trash can, I put it in my pocket for when I come by a trash can. I don't know why that's so hard. It doesn't hurt me at all. I've got pockets. Most of them are unused. Now, another weird thing about the Philippines is that people will just sit on other people's scooters. That to me is very odd, and I do not like it. I've came out of places before and someone will be sitting on my scooter smoking a cigarette, or just comfortable, chilling, not just, they're comfortable on it like it's theirs. And I've asked other Filipinos about that. And
thank you. God bless. Live safe. Blessings.
So my question is, what did I just pay for there? I pulled in and put my scooter right there, and when I pull out, it hasn't moved. I parked it there intentionally because I knew it didn't need to be moved, but they come up and they stare at you, and God bless that lady. I mean, I get it, but it does add up. It is a little frustrating, because it's like each time you do that, that's 10 pesos. It's about 25 cents. I tip 10 pesos. But I park multiple times a day. These quarters keep adding up, right? Every time you stop, they got the handout, and I wouldn't have a problem if they did something. Some places, the people who do that, they call them parking attendants. They have all this cardboard, and they'll lay cardboard over your scooter so your seat's not scalding hot. Now that, to me, I have no problem. You did something. You protected my seat against the sun. Like, I have no problem with that. Many parking attendants do that. But the ones that just come out when they did nothing, it's a little frustrating to me. Like, they're just walking around the parking lot. Anyone that goes and sits on their scooter, and they just stand there like, hey, money. I don't mind supporting. I really don't. I don't want to complain about it. I think it's frustrating that it's just expected. I like to choose who I give my money to. There's kids on the street who don't have shoes, right? Like, I'd rather give them a spare change to them. I don't like not having a choice. I guess that's what bothers me. I do give. I do. I don't brag about it. I don't put it on video, but believe me when I say I do give. My daughter knows. I went riding around downtown at night just looking for kids to feed. Like, I'm not trying to brag about it, but my point is, you may not see me giving because I don't look for that glory, but believe me, I do my part. I think we all should. But, you might look at that and say, oh, well, why are you frustrated, Bobby? Give a little bit. You've got more. I do, but I just like to choose who I give the money to. I have a limited amount every day. And I do have a budget, believe it or not, guys. Just because you moved here does not mean you're budgetless, right? And I'm not wealthy in the U.S. For anyone who's thinking, Bobby, you're loaded, in their eyes, I understand. He's got a new scooter. He's got 2 of them. I do, but everything I have costs less than one mediocre car in the U.S. I mean, my car is a Suzuki Espresso. I'm driving a Beat. The Beat's the dinkiest thing you can buy. I mean, some people come here